I'm Ray, and you're watching the Corn Dog Caravan channel. My wife Chris and I decided there's more to life than working and doing house projects. So we sold everything we own, built out a Ram ProMaster we call Lotus because others think it's stupid, and are traveling full-time seeing friends, family, and exploring the beautiful country around us, along with our 2 Boston Terriers. Welcome back. We are doing another campsite review. This is Las Cienegas, just south of Tucson, Arizona. It's about an hour southeast of Tucson. You'll take I-10 to Scenic Highway 83, and beautiful ride in. We got in a couple of nights ago, and when we first were trying to come in, we had gotten numerous recommendations from friends and also looking on iOverlander. Had mentioned that there's a campsite with numbered sites, which is a little unique. We pulled in, it was closer to dark, which we don't like to do, but we got in late. I think there was about maybe up to 10 spots, but when we were driving into the area, we saw a truck camper leaving. We're thinking, well, either they're leaving or there weren't any spots left. So we arrived, and of course there were no sites left. Luckily, iOverlander has a little information with more current information, I guess, with updates and such. There was a site that we actually came to. This is a site here. Sorry for the wind. Wind seems to follow us everywhere we go. So great site. Little fire ring. Plenty of room. You could probably get a decent sized fifth wheel. The road coming in was decent. Good and hard packed, but I would say there was one section when you're coming in, you kind of go through a low area, and I don't know if the angle of the entry and the exit, if it would be too tight for something really long. I think you'd probably make it, but there was definitely room for, I think, a fifth wheel, possibly even a larger Class A maybe. I don't drive one, so I can't tell you if it would fit or not. You could always try it out and see. It's free. Of course, there's no amenities here. There's no water, there's no electric, there's no sewer, there's no cable. Just beautiful country. It's free. 14-day limit here. Down, I'm gonna walk around this way. I'll turn the camera around. Headed down this road, maybe 1/8 of a mile at dead ends. There's also another spot at the end that also had a little camp ring, or a camp site with the fire ring. So we updated iOverlander, and they actually posted it and updated that there's an additional spot. But the campsites that we were attempting were just out maybe about a 1/4 mile out this way. Nice sites, look pretty good size as well. There's a lot of fifth wheels, camper vans, Class B's, or Class A's. No, Class A. But B's, C's, truck campers, a little bit of everything. What kind of wildlife do we have in the area? Well, we've seen a lot of, I guess, maybe hawks, maybe in this area, swooping through and doing a really good job. 4-legged creatures we have heard and seen. We saw one coyote one morning early. It was running out across this area here, right behind our camper, across the grass. You could see the head and the tail kind of running across. And then last night, for several hours, we kept hearing the chatter of a lot of coyotes. It sounded like a pretty good sized pack. Didn't see any, it was too dark. Now I did film last night. I'm trying to get better at doing some night lapses, time lapse with my camera. I looked at the footage this morning and got a little bit of the sunrise as well. The skies were dark, the stars weren't super bright. Maybe it's just some settings. I want to keep playing with the camera and keep learning. But that's kind of my review of this spot here in just south of Tucson. I'm going to turn the camera into Chris and see what she has to say, and maybe even a word from Brutus. All right, so I just did a little update on the campsite.
Mm-hmm. I got kicked out of my chair.
You got kicked out?
Yes, I'm sitting on the toilet. Not using it, but just sitting on it.
And I just heard a little bit of, I forgot to mention in the camera, we also heard a little rumble. There's, what, a couple of mines close by?
There are. I'm not but we don't know what that sound is.
We heard it yesterday, probably 2, 3 good-sized rumbles.
Yeah.
Didn't feel anything. But what's your take on the...
Oh, here? So at first, I mean, when we drove in, I thought this is absolutely stunning, beautiful. I was totally disappointed that the campground was full because our friends that told us about it, I think when they came, they were the only people here. So
word's gotten out, I guess.
Well, yeah. And so thankfully iOverlander brought us here, which you probably already said that. But on our way here, we saw a sign that talked about this is a high, what did it say? This is a high law enforcement activity area because smuggling is kind of prevalent in this area. We're only about 30 minutes from Nogales. So anyway, so I'm a scaredy cat by nature. I'm a little anxious when I'm in situations that aren't familiar. And so the first night, I mean, once we got here and we walked Brutus, I was like, let's just get in the van and like close it all up. And I couldn't sleep very well the first night. But then the next day, yesterday, just thinking about, you know, it's so stupid. This area is beautiful. If it was dangerous, it wouldn't be available for us to camp. We decided to stay another day, and I'm glad we did because we slept really good last night, and this area is really, really pretty. I really like it a lot.
Yeah, definitely be we'll come back to this. Will it make the top 5? I don't know. There's probably some hiking. There might be hiking. We have to do more research.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton to do here. I think if you had a mountain bike, you could probably hit a lot of the, you know, these little roads and stuff like that. But like you said, I don't know, at least in this particular area, I didn't see any hiking trails. I mean, you could go out and explore for sure, but I'm more of a hiker, not so much an explorer. But it's still beautiful. The sunsets and sunrises have been beautiful. Did you talk about all the coyotes this morning? I mean, tons of coyotes this morning for hours. We heard them for a long time. So anyway, it's a gorgeous place. Absolutely stunning. Yeah,
and our T-Mobile, we had okay reception.
Okay.
Now again, we're getting help by our WeBoost. That helps us definitely pick up the signal. We did see a couple of bicyclists, I guess.
Cyclists, yeah. They were on their mountain bikes coming through this road.
Looked like they had some trail bags, so maybe they're camping. Maybe there's a trail that runs here that we don't know about. Yeah. And then we also had one visitor that stayed down at the other spot last night.
Right.
On his motorcycle.
And he said that he feels like where he was at, there might be a coyote den around there because I think he felt very surrounded last night. And he was in a tent because he's traveling on a motorcycle. So I'm assuming he was in a tent last night. He may not have slept much last night. I know. Poor guy. And it got really cold this morning. So anyway. Yep. Definitely. I would definitely come back here and spend more time here. This would be a really fun place just to come with friends and have a really nice, just laid back camp outing for sure. Nice and quiet. It is really quiet.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know if it was helpful. Also, please comment below if you have any questions about the van build or suggestions about the future content as we build out this channel. Follow us along our journey on Facebook or Instagram using Corndog Caravan. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about our channel.